When they revealed the gameplay for Battlefield 6, I was impressed. And it made me want to go back and play Battlefield 1, which is one of my favorite Battlefield games. So that's exactly what I did. And not even after a couple of days of playing that, it came to my attention that we would be getting an open beta for Battlefield 6 on the second weekend of August. So, of course, I had to check that out. And playing Battlefield 1 really made that transition that much rougher. I really wasn't feeling Battlefield 6 in the first weekend. And part of that was due to me having to get used to how different the game feels from Battlefield 1 because it's just different time periods, different weapons, just different environment design. Again, the transition was rough. But it was also because all of the elements of the game just weren't coming together for me. And I didn't know what it was at the time, but something was clearly missing. And I didn't start enjoying it until the very end of that first weekend of the beta. But once that second weekend rolled around, it only took me like 3 or 4 games for me to realize what it was that was keeping me from enjoying this game thoroughly. It was just a simple fact that the players needed time to learn the game. And in this second weekend, y'all locked the fuck in. And that in itself was very cool to experience. Watching a player base grow and learn, and growing and learning with a player base is such a not so much talked about part of games like this, these live services that launch and grow over time, because it's something that only happens in the beginning stages. And it was good to get a little taste of that in this beta. But yeah, when people are playing their roles, at least decently, this game rocks. And my favorite role by far is definitely the assault class, with the support being a close second. The latter being very satisfying because you really feel like the anchor of your team. And I love how fast you can res people with the defibrillators. And those medkits and deployable shields are really good for assisting and keeping your team alive and allowing them to hold down positions for extended periods of time. It's fun. It just feels good. And the aforementioned assault class just makes me feel like a one-man army. The fact that I can fully drain the mag in my assault rifle and then immediately pull out a shotgun and still have a pistol and grenade launcher on the side, you're basically Frank Castle at that point. And the shotgun just feels amazing, in my opinion. You're taking enemies out in one shot. The range on it is further than the traditional video game shotgun, but it still feels fair. This is definitely probably my favorite shotgun in gaming ever. But the shotgun was just the weapon of my choice. You can mix and match whatever primaries you want. SMGs, DMRs, LMGs. I just think the shotgun works best as a side tool. But yeah, the other classes are still important too, you know. The engineer is crucial for keeping those big ass tanks in the game longer than 5 seconds. And it honestly blows my mind that they have access to as many rockets as they do. And I'm not even complaining. I think it's genuinely hilarious that you can fire 5 rockets back to back and then still have a whole other launcher on deck. And while recon is my least favorite of the 4 classes, those insertion beacons are clutch and can play a crucial role in helping your team hold out a certain point if they are placed properly. And this game is at its best when your team and the enemy team are both playing their roles properly. And it allows you both to have these holdouts on certain points of the map and engage in these prolonged shootouts that just feel amazing and helps the game live up to its name. And that's before we even get to the destruction, which has always led to these oh shit moments in Battlefield games. And in Battlefield 6, that stuff is just turned up to 11. The way buildings fall apart is just way more detailed in how it's animated and in how the debris falls and looks after the fact. It feels like the end of the world, honestly, every time you're in a building and that shit just falls apart around you. It just helps the game feel that much more insane and immersive. The audio is also amazing. Basically, This game is perfect. I don't have any complaints. And I'm sure this game has its faults, but I don't see them right now. And I think if the game releases feeling like this, the way it does in the beta, just with more maps, and those maps are just as good as the ones present in the beta, I think I'm going to be happy. Also, crouch running is an amazing addition. I'm playing Battlefield 1 right now since the beta's over, and I miss it already. And that's pretty much it. Sorry for not being more negative if that's what you were looking for. I just don't have anything negative to say. Battlefield is back. RIP COD. See you later.
Surprise, motherfucker!